allow yourself to drift into tonight's warm and peaceful tale. Blossom and Flower, a tale of inspiration. This story is about the inspiring friendship between a human named Flower and a snowy owl named Blossom, discovering their true calling in spreading beauty and hope. Once upon a time, in a serene valley filled with colorful flowers, lived a human named Flower. Flower was known for her kind heart and her love for nature. One day, while walking through the valley, she heard a soft hoot from above. She looked up and saw a majestic snowy owl perched on a branch. The owl's feathers were as white as snow, with a subtle shimmer that made it look almost magical. Curious, Flower approached the owl and asked, "What is your name?" The owl, with wise amber eyes, replied, "My name is Blossom." From that moment, Flower and Blossom became inseparable friends. Blossom would accompany Flower on her daily walks, and together they explored the beauty of the valley. Each day brought new discoveries and adventures. One sunny morning, Flower found herself feeling a bit down. She sat under her favorite tree and sighed. Sensing her friend's sadness, Blossom landed gently beside her and asked, "Why do you look so troubled, dear Flower?" Flower looked into Blossom's comforting eyes and said, "I feel like I'm not achieving anything meaningful." Blossom tilted her head and hooted softly. "But Flower, every step you take and every flower you nurture makes a difference. You bring life and beauty to this valley." Blossom's words resonated deeply with Flower, and she felt a ringing sense of purpose. With Blossom's encouragement, Flower planted even more flowers, creating a garden so splendid it became a place of inspiration for all who visited. People from far and wide came to see the garden, taking with them seeds of hope and joy. Flower realized that even small acts of care and love could have a profound impact. She felt inspired and fulfilled. Blossom, always by her side, watched with pride as their valley bloomed with beauty and happiness. Then so, Flower and Blossom continued their journey together, spreading inspiration wherever they went. The valley remained a place of enchantment, and the bond between Flower and Blossom grew stronger with each passing day. They lived happily, knowing they had found their true calling, inspiring others to find beauty and purpose in the world around them. Now, we continue with another gentle story. The Tale of Geranium and Lobelia. This story is about Geranium, a kind girl who helps a lost firefly named Lobelia find her way home, forming a lasting friendship based on devotion. Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by whispering forests, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Geranium. Geranium had golden hair that flowed like rays of sunlight and eyes as blue as the summer sky. Her heart was as vast and nurturing as the fields of flowers she tended. One starry night, while she was tending to her garden, a tiny firefly named Lobelia lit upon a rose nearby. Lobelia's glow was like a gentle lantern, small but bright enough to warm the heart. Lobelia spoke in a voice like the soft tinkling of glass bells and said she had lost her way home. Moved by the tiny creature's plight, Geranium promised to help Lobelia find her home. Over the next week, they ventured into the depths of the forest under the canopy of ancient trees, the firefly's glow guiding their path. As they traveled, Lobelia learned from Geranium about flowers and their secret languages, while Geranium learned about the secrets of the night from Lobelia. Each night, their bond grew stronger, their conversations filled with laughter and shared dreams. They became devoted friends. One evening, as they were navigating through a dense thicket, they came upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center was an ancient tree, with a hollow that glowed softly. Lobelia's light grew brighter, and she explained that this was her home. Tears of joy welled in their eyes, but they knew their journey together was ending. Geranium carefully placed Lobelia near the tree's entrance, and with a heavy heart, watched her friend disappear into the warmth of her home. Geranium returned to her garden, feeling a bittersweet mix of joy and sorrow. Yet, each night, a tiny glow would appear in her garden, and Geranium knew Lobelia was watching over her. Their friendship transcended distance and time, a testament to their devotion. Geranium continued to care for her garden, and with each firefly she remembered the little friend who filled her nights with light. Let's turn to the next chapter in tonight's adventure. Violet and Kathleen, The Promise of Friendship. This story is about a young girl named Violet and a magical salamander named Kathleen who make an eternal promise of friendship that withstands all obstacles. In a quaint village tucked between rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Violet who had a heart as warm as the early summer sun. Violet had a unique friend, a magical salamander named Kawaii. Kathleen's scales shimmered in iridescent hues, casting a gentle glow that brightened even the darkest nights. Every evening, as stars began to twinkle in the velvet sky, Violet and Kathleen would meet by the ancient oak tree at the village's edge. One such evening, Kathleen brought a shimmering scale to Violet. "This is a piece of my heart," she said softly. "Promise me that you will always keep it close." Violet, with a heart full of love and unwavering trust, accepted the scale and tucked it into the locket her grandmother had given her. They promised each other that this bond would be eternal, stretching beyond time and distance. Days turned into months, and their friendship grew stronger. Violet learned the ways of the forest from Kathleen, and in turn, shared stories of the human world. One day, a terrible storm ravaged the village, uprooting trees and shattering homes. Violet and Kathleen were separated in the chaos. With tear-filled eyes, Violet clasped the locket, whispering, "Please be safe." Weeks passed, and the village slowly rebuilt itself, but Violet's heart ached for her dear friend. One bright morning, as the first rays of dawn kissed the earth, Violet heard a familiar rustling near the oak tree. Rushing to the spot, she found Kathleen, weary but safe. They embraced, and the locket around Violet's neck glowed with the warmth of their promise. "I knew you'd keep your promise," Kathleen whispered. From that day forward, their bond was unbreakable, a testament to the power of promises made with love. And every evening, as stars painted the sky, they would meet and celebrate their unyielding friendship, knowing that it was a treasure more precious than any gold. The next story is here to soothe your heart. Wisteria and Flax. This story is about a girl named Wisteria who finds and cares for an injured rabbit named Flax, forming a lifelong bond filled with love and kindness. In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Wisteria. She had bright blue eyes and hair the color of the summer sun. One spring morning, while wandering the flower-filled meadows, Wisteria stumbled upon a small, injured rabbit lying under a shady oak tree. The rabbit's fur was as soft and white as freshly fallen snow, and the girl gently picked him up and cradled him in her arms. Wisteria decided to name the rabbit Flax, for she believed it was as fragile and beautiful as the flax flowers that grew near the river. Flax peered up at her with his big soulful eyes and knew he had found a true friend. Wisteria and Flax quickly became inseparable. She built a cozy home for him in her garden with a warm bed of hay and a little wooden house. Every day, Wisteria would tend to her garden, and Flax would hop round, nibbling on fresh vegetables and clover. The villagers often saw them together and were warmed by their bond. Over time, Flax's leg healed and he grew stronger, but still, he never wandered far from Wisteria. He loved her unconditionally and followed her everywhere she went. In return, Wisteria showered him with affection and cared for him with all her heart. One summer evening, as the stars twinkled in the clear sky, Wisteria and Flax sat by the river bank. The gentle sound of the water flowing and the cool breeze rustling through the trees created a magical atmosphere. Wisteria hummed a sweet lullaby, and Flax snuggled close to her, feeling completely at peace. They spent many such nights together, their hearts full of gratitude for each other's company. Seasons changed, but their bond remained as strong as ever. They faced every challenge hand in hand or paw, and shared every joy, relishing the simple pleasures of life. Through the years, Wisteria and Flax grew old together, their friendship a testament to the power of love and kindness. Even in their later years, they were still seen wandering the meadows, Wisteria's hair now silver and Flax's fur tinged with gray. But their eyes still sparkled with the same joy and affection they had on the day they first met. And so, in that tiny village nestled between the hills, the story of Wisteria and Flax lived on, whispered among the villagers as a beautiful example of a bond that could withstand the test of time. Rest well, and may your dreams be warm and kind.